Welcome to La Vida Rosa. I'm your host, Pinky. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, and follow me on social media. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, I'm going to be starting with freshly washed hair. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I do any sort of style with rollers or anything like that, I have to do it on dry stretched hair because my hair just holds water and it takes forever to dry. So I'm going to be starting by blow drying, and at this point, I'm dividing my hair into 4 sections. So I'm going to use my favorite heat protectant, the Shea Moisture Silicone Free Miracle Styler Leave-In Treatment. And I'm just going to divide the section in half and spray some in my hands and basically rub it on that section, making sure it's completely coated. Next, I'm going to take a paddle brush and make sure my hair is fully detangled. Now, I already detangled my hair while I was washing it during the conditioning process, so it's pretty much detangled, but this is just going to further make sure it's fully detangled because that is very important. Next, I'm going to take my blow dryer from Revlon and I'm going to pull my hair because I use the tension method. So I pull my hair in a downward motion and I just blow dry my hair on cool or on low because I don't like to use high heat on my hair. And this takes a little bit longer, but it ensures that my hair doesn't receive damage and my curls pop back once I get done with this style. Once my hair's like 2/3 dry, I'll take a brush and run it through my hair while I'm blow drying it just to make sure it's fully stretched. And this is how it looks when I'm done with that section, fully stretched. And basically, I just do this to the rest of my head. People always ask me how often do I blow dry my hair. And I try to keep it limited to 4 to 5 times a year. I really try not to add too much heat to my hair. And when I do, I always use low settings because you know, you have to be careful with not only natural hair textures, but if your hair is color treated, you don't want your hair to break off. So I try to take all the precautions necessary to keep my hair healthy. And this is my hair afterwards. Nice, fluffy, flowing. I don't do this often, so whenever I do it, I love to see my hair somewhat straight. One of these days I'll get a silk press, but I gotta find somebody that could do it first, child. But yeah, I'll just have to deal with a blowout until then. This is me playing with my fan. Yeah, I was really feeling myself. I was having a Diana Ross moment, I guess. But yeah, you can see how soft and fluffy my hair is. Now I'm about to move on to the silicone rollers. So these are the Magic hair rollers. I actually filmed this video once before on wet hair and it was a total disaster. I cannot find where I bought these from originally. So I will leave a link down below to a couple of places where I think it's pretty cheap and affordable. But 40 came in this particular pack and I got 20 smaller sizes and then I got 20 larger. And it's silicone and it's, basically very simple to use as you can see here. And so I'm just going to part off about this much hair. And I added some leave-in conditioner, a light leave-in conditioner. Next, I added a styling foam to that same section. And you just want to make sure it's completely coated, but you don't want to drench that section either, so that it will dry, but you want the curls to hold. Take a fine tooth comb and comb it through once. And I'm going to take one of the smaller rollers that I used on the bottom half of my hair, and I'm going to start at the base and just wrap the hair around the spool of the roller. And once you get to the end, you fold the top flap down and you're done. It basically stays in its place. Now, as you can see, as I'm wrapping around this next roller, you can see that it does loosen up. And I did have a problem with this initially, but what I realized is when you sleep, it's gonna like some of them are gonna fall loose like this anyway, so it really doesn't matter as long as the bottom of your hair is still rolled tightly. So basically, I'm just gonna do this to the rest of my hair. As you can see, I used the bigger rollers in the top and the smaller rollers on the bottom half of my hair. One thing I would recommend is just because the rollers are bigger, that doesn't mean necessarily you need to use more hair. I still feel like you probably need to use like the same amount in each roller, no matter the size, because, well, you'll see once I take them down. I probably should have ordered 2 packs of these rollers because in order to do smaller sections, I would need more rollers. So I would recommend getting at least 2 packs if you have a lot of hair. So here's how it looks when it's all said and done. They were really nice to sleep on. They were very comfortable, didn't have any issues. And I just put my little bonnet right on top to try to hold them in place. But honestly, I don't even think I needed a bonnet to hold them. So here I am taking them down, which as you can see was very easy, and the curls turned out beautifully. So pretty. Now there was one in the back, and this is what I meant by you shouldn't make them too big, because I feel like there were about 2 or 3 in the back that turned out like that. But for the most part, the curls came out springy and just cute, girl. They came out, I feel like they're pretty much like Flexi Rod curls. They're like the same sort of curl I would get from Flexi Rods, but I like this process much better, except for that one in the back. I could never have a full successful head of curls, but anyway, at this point, I'm just taking the curls and breaking them apart, twisting them around, basically doing what I normally do whenever I do my curls, the usual routine. Next, I'm going to take my Afro pick and fluff it from the roots a little bit because, if you watch my videos, and y'all already know I take my Afro pick and do this pretty much all the time because I feel like it adds a fullness to my hair and makes it look that much more fluffy. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and like fluff it out on the ends a little bit. Try not to disturb the curls too much. But after that, this is the finished results. As you can see on that side, the curls are a little flat, but I didn't really care. Now, unfortunately for me, the day I decided to do this was a very, very, very rainy day. And from this side, the curls, they still look good. I still got a lot of compliments. People loved it. But when I turned to the other side and I took a picture, I'm like, oh my goodness, the curls completely fell. I could not believe it. So I feel like if I would have done it on a day that were like sunny, not too much humidity, they would have lasted a little bit longer. But, my hair just can't withstand like actual wet rain falling on it. So I tried to cover it up as much as I could, but it was just like a wild rainy day. But anyway, I still enjoyed it while it lasted. And I do plan on doing this again because I feel like this is one of the easiest ways to curl your hair. I think it's even better than Flexi Rods because it's not hard to sleep on and it's not as difficult. Like, I didn't have to learn a specific technique to do these. They really are like magic rollers. The only part where I truly messed up is by parting the sections too big in the back. Oh, another thing I do want to add in is that I needed to order maybe one more pack of them because in order to do smaller sections, I would have needed more rollers. So that kind of goes hand in hand. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Are y'all going to try these magic rollers? Have y'all tried these magic rollers? And let me know what you think about how they look on me. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Peace.